Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a little while since I've actually kind of sat down and filmed and talked to you guys, so I'm super excited to be back. As you can see, there's a little bit of a change of scenery. I guess I made the video last week, but this is kind of the first time that I've actually sat down in our new house and really taken the time to film a video and do all of that. So as you can see, we're in our new house. We made it to Idaho. We have been here for about 3 weeks now. So we've just been getting moved in and settled in and everything, and it's feeling really good to be here. But I wanted to make this video because I thought it would just kind of be fun for you guys to see, and just something that's kind of an interesting topic. And it is that my husband and I bought the house that we're in right now sight unseen, which I know is kind of a risky thing for some people. And honestly, I mean, it was kind of a risky thing for us, but there were a few reasons why we were confident doing that and why it worked out. And so I thought I would just share a little bit about our experience buying a house that we hadn't even seen before, and just some things that you can do to make sure that the process is going to go smoothly for you if you're thinking about doing that too. So let's jump on in. Okay, so first I should probably clarify, by sight unseen, I mean we saw the house, we just didn't see it in person. Our realtor actually walked through and took a video for us and like showed us the entire house, so it wasn't like we hadn't seen the house at all. I know some people do that if it's like an investment property or whatever. But yeah, we did see the house, we just didn't physically see it. So with that in mind, there are a few risks to doing it that way. Obviously, it's hard to kind of get an idea of size when you're not the one physically walking through it. So luckily in our case, we were lucky. A lot of things actually felt a lot bigger than we thought they were when we got to the house. But obviously, if you are buying a house sight unseen where you haven't physically seen it, that is a risk. Some rooms might feel smaller than you thought they were from video or pictures or whatever. I mean, it could really be anything. Luckily, it worked out in our favor, but that is a risk if you're gonna do it that way. And sorry if you can hear Jason in the background. So I guess I should probably explain why we decided to buy this house unseen. And really it was just because, for one, we were actually planning on coming up here the week that we ended up buying the house, later in the week. But this house came up and we just decided that we didn't want to risk waiting and letting someone else get it. It popped up and it was just everything that we wanted. It was perfect and we loved it, just from the pictures. And so we asked our realtor to come out here and do a video walkthrough for us. So she just filmed walking through the house and showed us everything, showed us the outside of the house and the neighborhood and everything like that. And we loved it. And so we decided later that day to put an offer in on it, and we ended up getting it. So if you're trying to move quickly, or if you see something that you don't want to risk letting someone else get before you have the ability to get there physically, buying unseen is a good way to do that. Like I said, there's obviously some risk with doing it that way, so it's just something that you need to feel. Whoa! So the way that we kind of did our whole home buying experience here, is that we had been here a few times before to Idaho Falls, so we knew kind of what areas we liked and what areas we weren't quite so fond of, and so we knew more of where we wanted to live. And going into our home search, we were able to say that we only want to look at homes in these areas. And so obviously if you're buying a home in maybe a city that you've never been to before, that might be a little bit more challenging, especially if you can't get there to physically explore the city and look around the different areas. You kind of just have to rely on other people's recommendations and maybe what other people think you would like. So obviously that's another challenge that can potentially come with buying a home sight unseen. But for us, like I said, we've been here a few times and we knew the area pretty well and what areas we liked. And so that was just something that worked out really well for us. Another thing, a potential concern is obviously that you might not be there to see the neighborhood, the specific neighborhood that the house that you're interested in is in. And for us, like I said, our realtor took a video of the house and kind of showed us the neighborhood before we bought the house. So we were able to, one, we already knew that we liked the area, and then two, we were able to kind of see the neighborhood through video, so at least we were able to just kind of see what it was like without physically being there. So if you are gonna buy a house sight unseen where you're not able to physically go and look around the neighborhood and tour the house, I would definitely recommend doing something like that. Either ask your realtor to FaceTime you or just send you a video kind of walking or driving through the neighborhood so you can see what the other homes are like and what the neighborhood is like. Or you could also maybe see if you have friends or family in the area, if they would be willing to do that for you. Or I guess last resort, you could always go on Google Earth or something like that and just try to kind of get a feel for what the neighborhood is like that way. But obviously the house is important, and also the neighborhood is super important, because you could love the house and not be so sure about the neighborhood. So definitely something to check into before you buy a house, even if you think it's perfect, because you just never know. You want to make sure. Another thing that I would definitely say that you should do if you are going to buy a house sight unseen, whether you just haven't seen it physically or you haven't seen it at all, is to definitely do a home inspection. I know in this market, a lot of people are waiving inspections because it's just so crazy right now. It's something that they can do to kind of strengthen their offer. But if you are gonna risk buying a house sight unseen, I would highly, highly recommend doing an inspection, just to make sure that everything is good with the house. And if there are any issues that come up, you know about them beforehand and you can say whether you're comfortable or not with them. Luckily, there were no issues on our home inspection. We actually bought a brand new house, so we were pretty confident going into it that there wouldn't be anything major anyway. But yeah, if you're gonna do this kind of situation and buy a house sight unseen, definitely recommend getting a home inspection. So yeah, other than that, once your offer is accepted, the whole home buying process really isn't that different than just the normal process on a house that you see. Once your offer is accepted, you'll open escrow and just go through the steps as normal. And hopefully at some point during that process, you can get there to see the house and just be there maybe to help the process along, or not, and that works too. Like I said, it really just depends on your situation and the home that you're buying and how confident you feel about buying it unseen. Honestly, I feel really lucky that it worked out for us the way that it did. I know that there's obviously some risk with doing it this way, so we were lucky that everything went really smoothly. But yeah, that was our experience. It was honestly pretty simple and easy. But if you have any questions on how to buy a home sight unseen, or if you're considering doing it yourself but aren't sure, or if you have any questions on the process, feel free to drop them below or shoot me a message, and I'd be happy to help you out and share some of our experience along the way. Whoa, what are you doing, silly boy? What are you doing? Oh, Bubby. But until my next video, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. All right, Jace wanted to be in the video, guys. He literally, Bard! He literally looks like an old man with his hair right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, what was I saying? Once you're off, this is chaos today, guys. What are you doing, Mom? What are you doing? Are you playing? You want to be in the video? You want to talk? Are you talking? Yeah. Hold on. You're okay.